Former President Donald Trump's legal team has until 5 p.m. to respond to special counsel's request for a protective order.
Jack Smith made the request over the weekend. He is asking a federal judge to prevent the former president from sharing information about the case on social media. Trump has repeatedly attacked the investigation on his Truth Social platform. He claims the trial is unfair and the judge should recuse herself from the case. The special counsel's case is just one of several investigations into the former president. Trump was already indicted in connection to 3 cases, and a 4th indictment could be handed up at any minute in Georgia.
Given the growing number of legal battles, Donald Trump and his team are now tasked with navigating a rigorous campaign schedule and legal schedule at the same time. Joining us now is CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates. Thank you so much for joining us, Graham. I know you've been all over this, but let's start off with these charges. What else is former President Trump facing besides the most recent federal election indictment, interference indictment?
Sure, you nailed it. This is going to be so complicated, navigating all of this while running for president. He's already been charged with 78 felony counts in 3 different courts. He was first charged in March in New York State with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Now, that's from before he became president. It dates all the way back to just in the days before the 2016 election, when there was an alleged hush money payment to the adult film star Stormy Daniels, and the charges relate to his reimbursements to a former lawyer for that payment. Next, he was charged in the Mar-a-Lago case, originally 37 felony counts related to his willful retention of national security information, but then they added 3 more very recently. And then, of course, last week he was charged with 4 more felonies related to the alleged effort to overturn the election in 2020. And that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as we're concerned, because there's much more coming up. First of all, we are awaiting one more potential indictment in Georgia, where the district attorney has indicated that sometime this month, probably next week or this week, we could see more charges related to kind of like that January 6th case, but specific to Georgia, the attempts by Trump and his allies to overturn the results in that state, allegedly. And that's happening just days before the first GOP debate, which is August 23rd. And then soon after that, we've got our first major Trump trial. This is a civil trial here in New York related to alleged widespread fraud. You might remember last year, he was sued, as well as at the time 3 of his children, although the charges against Ivanka Trump have been thrown out. He and his company and Donald Trump and Eric Trump are accused of a years-long campaign to kind of change the way values of their different properties are accounted for in order to kind of lift his own personal net worth. And that's coming to trial in October. It's a civil case, but the New York Attorney General in that case is seeking $250 million and to really kneecap the company's operation in New York State, really make it so the Trump organization can't do business here in New York, where it has done so for half a century.
Graham, you've done a good job of laying out multiple legal problems for the former president. What are the next few months going to be like for him?
Tough, because look, that's just through October, right? And that's not into the heart of the primary season at all. When you get to next year, the day of the Iowa caucuses is when another civil trial, this time a federal one, is going to begin. And that's the other E. Jean Carroll lawsuit. So you remember earlier this year, Trump was found liable for sexual abuse and defamation of the writer E. Jean Carroll. She's actually filed 2 lawsuits. That first trial is over, and now there's a second one related to another claim of defamation, and includes something he said the day after he was found liable, where she says he defamed her again. And that first trial, she was awarded $5 million. Now she's seeking an additional $10 million. And again, starting the day that the Iowa caucuses is one of the most important days on the election calendar. And then March, the first criminal trial, is just 20 days after Super Tuesday, when his falsification of business records trial here in New York is scheduled to begin. The judge in that case has indicated he won't really take kindly to attempts to delay that trial, and that's obviously something his team has tried to do. They want to push all this stuff beyond the general election because they believe he's going to be the Republican candidate for the presidency. And that trial is expected to last a couple weeks. In less than 2 months after that will be the first federal criminal trial. And that's on at least as far as we know now in terms of the schedule. That's going to be in May if everything holds as it's currently scheduled. And we still don't know when the trial for the January 6th case will be scheduled. We should get the first initial scheduling of that later this month. And of course, if there are charges in Georgia, I mean, finding out when that one's going to be will be kind of in the next month or two.
All right, Graham Cates, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.